Shalom. This is G-Man Solid Sit Downs coming back with a lesson. Want to give all praise, glory, and the highest honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem, Kakadash. Double honors to the elder apostle of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the elect out there that's spreading this word, this sincerity, and the truth all over the four corners of the earth. God, there's gonna be quick thoughts, concerning what's going on right now in the world. Got the coronavirus out there spreading, famine of the word, the miry clay and the iron departing from each other, basically not sticking together, but also the economic collapse. In many videos I speak about the economic collapse, because that's a heavy topic, and if you know a lot about the stock markets and the economy, you see what's going on. So yesterday, I had a discussion about the traveling agencies. Because the traveling agencies, don't forget, man, the traveling agencies about to go down, man. They are about to go bankrupt. They are about to go bankrupt very soon, man. Listen, man, with all these countries on lockdown, with all these airports basically bringing out no flights, they're gonna have to close their doors, man. Gonna have to close their business, and they're gonna have to think about major businesses like KLM, American Airlines, stuff like that, man, because they just cannot hold up. Those big airlines, they just cannot hold up, and I'm gonna tell you why. I was speaking with someone that works at the airport. A few people that work at the airport. And the thing is, these big airlines, they have a lot of docks, and at those docks, you place the plane as a traveling agency. The planes are allowed to stand there, at the airport. So let's say Schiphol, which is the airport here in Holland. Let's say Schiphol has 100 docks. It has more, but let's say just 100. American Airlines has 50. Just an example. Now, if there are 50 planes at 50 docks which are not able to depart with customers, with travelers, the plane is gonna stay there. Now, if the plane stays there, he's gonna have to pay for that dock, because he owns that dock in a certain form. He owns that dock. So the plane has to stay at the dock and pay. Usually, when the plane has no travelers or can't pay for the dock no more, the airport will arrange a change of docks to a different traveling agency. But since they are not allowed to fly, nobody will take their docks, man. No other flight agency will take their docks, because they be like, hey, if we take that dock, we're gonna be stuck with it too, and unable to pass it on to someone else. So that's the thing. They don't want that. They don't want to have those docks where they usually make money, but now are not able to, because there are no flights going in and out. Yesterday was a news report about the minister president of Holland. No, the prime minister. It's like a prime minister of Holland. There was a press conference, or he was doing an announcement or some shit like that, and was speaking about the option of Holland going on lockdown for a year. Now this is a panic attack for certain Dutch people, man. It's a panic attack. As of now, they are trying to talk about that this sickness is probably gonna pass in like a couple of weeks. You know, keeping the people calm and sedated with the hopes. But now, yesterday they came out and said, like, listen, man, if we want to fight this disease, if we want it to stop, the best option would be for Holland to go on lockdown for 1 year. You know, and then of course this sedating the people came back saying, yeah, but it's not gonna happen now. You know, it's probably gonna happen in a couple of months, if it happens. You know, because these crackers, man, what they want is they don't want their people to freak out, man, to bug out, because we know the scripture says. Let me grab it real quick as an example. Job 18 and 11. It says, terror shall make him afraid on every side, and shall drive him to his feet. You see that? So the Dutch government knows that, man. The Dutch government knows that these fears of the pestilences that walk by night, these fears of the sicknesses spreading, of losing their job, or of the safety of their children, they are fearful for that, man. You know, driving the highway at this moment, seeing nobody here, man. The highways are usually around this time, 7 o'clock in the morning. The highway is packed, man. The highway is packed. I have a difficult time reaching my job. I'm on my way to my job right now, where people are being sent home because they are coughing and sneezing. Yesterday, there was this 2 Edomites, funny as hell. 2 Edomites. One Edomite was coughing and sneezing. The other Edomite said, like, listen up, man. You better go home. You better go home, man. And then he said, no, I don't want to go home. The Edomite was like, really? You know what? He stepped to the manager, basically. Said, like, hey, you better send this guy home, otherwise I'm gonna go home. So the manager was like, oh yeah, we don't want that, right? So he stepped up, and the guy had to leave. So now back to the traveling agencies. They own these docks. They have to pay for these docks, but there are no flights going in and out. So there's no income. They only have payments on top of payments, because you can only manage for you to stall your plane there on those docks. Costs a lot of money, man. But for you not generating any money, because there ain't no flights going in and out, it's gonna cost you even more money, man. It's gonna hurt you even more. So what I heard is that they are firing their personnel. They are firing their staff, all over the world, to just prolong the time to stack up that money to pay those docks. Because if they fire these people, they're gonna be without jobs anyway when they reopen. Let's say they go bankrupt, and then the business gets reopened, a new KLM or a new American Airlines being opened, whatever. Smaller traveling agencies, whatever it is, the people are gonna want the job, man. So they're not afraid for that. But hey, this is just what they have to do. And then the prime minister was speaking about, yeah, he understands people are afraid of losing their job and shit like that, man. But don't worry, what is happening? It's happening. So I point out the traveling agency, the flying agencies, because that's a big hole in the market, man, in the economy. If that falls away, that money generation that's being made through those through those airports all across the world, that's a big gap, creating a big gap in the economy, man. Traveling agencies falling away. So that all goes hand in hand with these prophecies. But then if you look at the smaller things, the minor things, which are for the people are also fucked up, that work in the fitness industry, man. Damn, all fitness clubs, gyms is closed, man. All gyms is closed. They are closed for 3 weeks. Concerning because they are doing research now. But what the fuck is this research gonna avail them? Why the hell would the bars and clubs be open and gyms be open after these 3 weeks? Makes no sense. The only reason they say 3 weeks is because they want to keep the minds of the people calm. Like I said, they know the people there's gonna drive them to their feet. They're gonna do all kinds of shit, man. Looting the supermarkets. They already said here on the news, like, hey, stay calm, don't start looting. Just buy normal groceries. There's enough for everyone. Shit like that, man. They was talking shit like that, man. They don't want that, man, because that causes an imbalance in the import and export. That causes imbalance in the working times of the supermarkets and of the resupply factories. And they don't want that. They don't want imbalance. They don't want, because imbalance means lack of control. And they don't want to lose control. They don't want to have lack of control over the situation. So they trying to calm the people, saying, yeah, till the 6th of April, which today is the 16th of March, till the 6th of April, the gyms, the fitness industry is going to be closed. The bars and clubs is going to be closed. Till the 6th of April. But that whole date is based upon nothing. That whole date, 6th of April, is based upon nothing, because what the hell is gonna happen on the 6th of April? Oh, they done researching? What the hell is that research gonna bring out then? Is it gonna stop this virus spreading? No. So other measurements are needed to be taken by the government, which is the government shutdown. The country on lockdown, just like Germany is doing right now. Germany got its borders on lockdown now, man. Nobody goes in and out. Nobody goes in and out for a year. And then if nobody goes in and out of the country for a year, you can't just leave it at that, because people are gonna move around in the land, in the country. People are like maggots, man. These heathens, because I wouldn't refer to Israel as maggots. But then again, the Most High says, "O thou worm Jacob." The Most High calls Jacob a worm. But the people are like maggots, man. They go everywhere. They can't sit still. When you lift up a rock and you see a bunch of maggots, man, they bugging out, man. They're going everywhere. That's how the people be, man. That's how the people be. So they can't just lock down the country and think this pestilence is gonna stop, because people is gonna move around within the country too, spreading the country until the whole country is infected with the virus, man. In their spoken in their terms, because that's their mind state concerning this virus, right? That's their whole analogy concerning this virus. So the smaller businesses like food branches, restaurants closed, fitness industry closed. So that means that people are not able to go to work for 3 weeks already. Certain people that have to stay home for the children can't go to their work for a week or for weeks. 3 weeks in their case. You know, and no, not in their case. I mean, 3 weeks in their speech, but we know already it's gonna be longer, man. We know it's gonna be longer, man. What you talking about 3 weeks, Willis? What you talking about, Willis? Don't believe that shit, man. It ain't no 3 weeks, man. They just put a date out there for the people to stay calm, but they already know it's gonna be longer, and the flight agencies know that too. That's why they are firing their staff, because they said like a month. They're able to pay those docs for a month. Of course, this company has millions, man. The company has millions. They are able to pay the docs for a month, but they already know they're gonna have to pay it for longer than a month, because the 6th of April shit's not gonna be done and over with. It's not gonna be done and over with, man. It's gonna prolong, you know. And Yara Tazar, man, the country of Holland is gonna go on lockdown for a year, and then, you know, Yara Tazar, other prophecies come to pass. So with that, I'm gonna say, Kal Allah, Bashim Yashai, Bashim Rakakadash, Shalom to the elect.